Alright, so today I got another Microtech. This is the one just came out with the Ultratech ZBT and the Stonewash. I had this open, just wanted to show the packaging, came in the same packaging. This is the one with zero blade play. So you get your standard stuff here. And then they give you this QR code, which I'll get into. Got to pick this up at E-Knives when they dropped. So before I get into that, this QR code takes you to a tutorial, like if your blade, in order to assemble it and make the blade play go away if it ever starts getting any at all. So get into the knife here. So it comes in basically standard packaging. Just a really nice design. It's a little different. I'll do a little side comparison. It is a little different, but not by much. So check the action. So much easier than the original. Again, no up and down. So I mean, it's solid as a rock. It's, and I've watched the disassembly video, not from the QR code, but another one, seeing how they work. So it's not going to be too long of a video. I did bring an original Ultratech out, and even, it's just, if you can hear that, just very minimal switch play. And I do like how it's just got the, if you can pick it up there, it's just got the Ultratech on the blade. Only other branding is the milled Microtech logo on there, which I just think is cool. Titanium pocket clip with the silicone carbide ball. I do find it, I like these clips. Of course, the duckbill clips work a little bit better as ease in and out, but no complaints. So take the original, you can hear that, so much harder to fire and retract. And of course you got your up and down, side to side. You can hear that. This one, the new one, nothing. It's pretty ingenious what they did. And for the price point, like I say, this one here is just ridiculous. The price point on these, let's see if I can do this on camera. Yeah, that's how you can do it with one finger. The only issue wise is it's got a little bit of longer throw. And as you can see, a little bit of the difference is the button on the new one, it's a little bit bigger. I wish they would have taken down the aggressiveness just a little bit, but it is what it is. It's a little bit wider than the other. Trying to get that in there. And so you've got like your different lines, like it kind of comes out here, so you got your subtle differences. You don't have this goofy lanyard hole type thing. You do have one, you can put it right through there if you're a lanyard person, which I don't know anybody that is. So it knocks that down, takes down, not by much, but significant amount. I do like the new glass breaker compared to the old. But what it really comes down to, and let me touch on one other thing, because I do believe that the blade is a little bit wider than the other one. Let's see here. Collars up here. I was kind of curious about that, but let me get this here. Okay. Let's see, without dinging my blade up here. That's a millimeter. Hold on. Zero that out. Bear with me. There we go. 0. So, come on there. 0.674 on the blade width. On the new one, 0.61. So, 0.66, 0.67. So it is a little bit wider of a blade, so it kind of looks a little, I don't know what you would say, proportionate to it. Length, it is a little bit longer, not by much, but it's easier if you're flipping over so it's not on the clips here. So if you go over this way, so you can see it is a little bit longer, which I like too, but just get this one out of the way here. But the meat and potatoes of it is the ease of use. But this is that old one, and I mean, I never carried this just for the simple fact that it tears the shit out of my thumb, putting in and out, and it's not a big deal, but if you watch my videos, my hands, I got really dry hands, some kind of dermatitis, something, I don't know what the fuck it is, but, so this one is just, the only one that I found that's comparable is the Kershaw Live Wire. It is a little bit smoother, but it doesn't have as long of a throw to it, so you say. It does have that, they call that crud cutter, so if there gets shit in there, you can just, it's not going to affect the action, but the minimal noise, rattle, I mean, no play whatsoever, which, if you want to, like the Deadlock, I always was intrigued by them. I think that's what they're called, the Deadlock or the Hawk, yeah. And I'm not paying, I like OTFs to a certain extent, but I'm not going to pay $2,000 to $4,000 for an OTF. That, frankly, in my opinion, it's a little ugly. I don't know why they cost so much money. I know that they make short runs of them. I couldn't imagine them being handmade just because of all the internal milling and then what goes into making one of these. So their prices are ridiculous. And then when they came out with the Luminary set with the Surefire light, the first ones were like $3,500, and then the second ones were like $1,500. And I contemplated on getting one of those, but I'm like, well, if they've got that, they're going to make the Ultratech eventually. I wish they'd do the Scarab the same way, but I'm sure they will eventually. But lost my train of thought for a minute here. But so price point on these were around $380. When I bought this one, I believe it was $310, and I'm keeping it for the sake of keeping it. It's just in my collection. It was one of my first Ultratechs. I've had many of them over the years. But as far as blade play goes, now, for me, it's not a huge issue. I like the fact that they did it at the price point they did it at. Plus you're going to get, it's just cool. And, if you're actually cutting, your blade's not going to flex. Your blade's not going to flex. I'm going to check the edge. Okay. Yeah. I haven't checked that edge yet. Which, these aren't the best slicers anyway. But, like the blade play, if you're pushing down on cardboard or what have you, the blade's not going to flex. If that's what you do with your knives, is cut cardboard all day, which I don't know who the hell does that. So it makes it a lot more user-friendly, unique. So when you open it up, like the internals needs to do have the Torx, and I don't know what that is, T30 maybe. So they're easy. These things are easy to take apart. The there's not much to it. This one is a little bit different if you're going to adjust that play or whatever in there. Take a little bit of, it's not going to be too hard. But the other thing that I noticed, like the Scarabs, they have the open here at the bottom. So that's for when it's for use underwater. It can fill up with water and it won't be pressure, it'll be enough to where it'll be able to throw it. So I don't know why they did that design, this open bottom, maybe so you don't have to fully take it apart if you need to oil it, I guess. Either way, it doesn't make any difference to me. People are going to say, oh, you're going to get stuff fall in there and this, that, and the other, which is true, but at least they put torque spits in here, torque screws, so you can at least take it apart. So overall, as far as the old versus the new, they had a 20% discount. What was it? Right before these dropped, or during the drop of these, because these are going to be gone. So I'm going to keep this because there's a million of them out there, but I'm just going to keep it because I'm not going to go buy another one. And price point for the technology that they put into it, and the design and the machining, of course, a milled titanium clip. I think the price is justifiable, especially if this is what they're going to, which they're coming out with a single edge. I think that either drops today or Monday. But that's kind of my short little review. Just very impressed. I don't really have anything else to say about it. I mean, OTF, zero blade play, you're not paying that deadlock price. You're getting a nicer design, in my opinion. Not a fan of the deadlock look or their pricing. And I'll get some heat from that in the comments. It's not that I can't afford one, I just don't want to pay that much money for an OTF, and that's kind of about it. Button's different, throws a little bit different, easy use is just awesome. And I'm kind of going to leave it at that. Give me a comment, like, subscribe if you like my content, and hope you have a good one.